Depression After Graduation. By Rafael Vázquez Guzmán. There is a significant danger in our homes during winter, but even more so during summer. Students graduating from middle school, high school, or advanced studies often suffer from severe depression, although families may not notice it. This phenomenon is known as post-graduation depression. I want to clarify that this not only affects graduating students, although they are more prone to it. Any student can experience this depression when classes end for the school year, as there are no classes for 2 or 3 months, and the daily routine of waking up at 6 in the morning and getting ready for school changes from one day to the next. Not having a daily schedule that requires students to do certain things creates confusion in the brain and ultimately leads to depression. Some students miss not being able to see their classmates daily and interact with them, discussing their favorite movies, other activities they engage in, and which teachers they like or dislike. Although technology can keep young people more connected, studies show that technology has actually caused a significant disconnect, where people no longer establish genuine connections with others because it is very easy to misinterpret intentions through text. For this reason, many students lose the connection they had with their peers, which can lead to depression. Students who graduate from high school, college, and universities suffer more from this type of depression because they know they have to adapt to new worlds. A high school graduate who will go to a university far from home doesn't know what will happen in this new place. They start saying goodbye to their friends little by little, and if they have a partner, they often lie to themselves, believing that the relationship will continue and thrive despite the long distance. Many times, as the student moves to this new environment, they find new friendships, and everything changes. Many of these students miss their parents and wonder if they made the right decision or if they actually abandoned their loved ones. For immigrant families, this is a similar feeling as we have asked ourselves the same questions many times. These students often suffer in silence because they are not aware of resources such as therapy, and they lack support. For this reason, when a student moves to a university, parents must stay in constant contact to remind them that they made the right decision and that they need to take care of themselves. The family should visit the university months before, so everyone knows what resources are available for their children. Above all, it is about giving unconditional love to our children and, if we educate them properly, they know that they don't have to keep secrets from us. Those students who graduate from a community college and move on to a university face similar difficulties as those who have just graduated from high school. This is because community colleges often provide more resources, and the student is closer to home in case things don't go well. For these students, the emotional support of parents can make a significant difference in their success in obtaining a university degree. For those students graduating from university, it is an equally, if not more significant, period of depression. These students receive good wishes from their peers and perhaps a celebration at home, but then the question arises, when will you find a job? It is similar to throwing a child into a pool without knowing how to swim and expecting them to learn without any preparation. Since many parents do not understand the advanced educational system, they do not know how to guide their children through these processes. Instead of supporting them during this transition, the pressure to start paying rent, food, and other expenses pushes many students into depression because sometimes the job market does not offer immediate opportunities in their chosen career. Other students do not wish to return home because there are no job opportunities, or sometimes families are not healthy, and returning home means reliving the trauma they experienced when they were young. The parents of these students often demand that their children return home immediately and do not care about their opinion or feelings. What can we do to prevent depression after classes? Communicate with your children daily to see how they are feeling. Maintain a daily routine of waking up and going to bed. Provide opportunities for daily learning, including going to the library and requiring them to read aloud for at least 15 minutes daily. Provide opportunities for them to visit their friends. This should include maintaining communication with the parents of their friends, especially for younger children. Many kids say they will be at a friend's house but end up in other places, and we don't know until they get into trouble. Visit universities and colleges to encourage these students to imagine themselves in these spaces. Spend quality time as a family, including educational visits to museums, art exhibitions, music events, and visiting relatives whenever possible. For parents who cannot travel to their home country, send their mature children to visit relatives in their country of origin so that they do not forget their culture. Require that the native language, Spanish or another indigenous language, be spoken at home so that they do not forget their culture. The more English children speak at home, the less they know about their ancestral origins, and they end up suffering more in universities because they try to assimilate and the world does not recognize them that way. It is essential for our families to support their children to prevent depression during the summer, as the consequences can be very negative. The consumption of alcohol and other drugs often results from depression, which is sometimes caused by traumas experienced during